make sure to check out our main channel, BDA Boxing, for all the latest podcasts and hard-hitting documentaries. Link in the description. Come on, hit that link.
What was it like out there? How does it feel? It's hard to describe. It's shitty. I mean, isn't it apparent what it's like? You want to know what it's like? Go look at it. Go out there. Go see the bodies. Whoa. You want to know what it's like? Oh, there it is. There it is. I'll give it to you. Right now. Right now. You want to feel it? You want to see it? I'll give it to you. That's what you want. That's what you want. Is that what you want? I don't want to tell you what it's like because I don't want to remember it.
Alright, welcome everybody to another BDA Boxing transmission. This is your host, Mr. BDA, and I sure am glad that everybody could be on board for this one. Fellas, in this episode, we want to talk about the Artur Beterbiev-Bivol fight that will be taking place on October the 12th. Very hard fight to call, let me tell you. Both guys are close to invincible as we have in boxing. I mean, neither guy has lost that many rounds. And first, we're going to focus on Artur Beterbiev. Now, this guy has not gone the distance ever. All his fights by knockout. He's fought some pretty tough opposition. And it's an interesting contrast of styles because Beterbiev is known as a puncher, but he can box better than people give him credit for, and Bivol can actually punch better than people give him credit for. So it's going to be a very interesting meshing of styles. I don't know who to pick. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so like we mentioned in the intro, Beterbiev is more of a boxer-puncher than an actual bruiser. He's not always coming forward. In fact, what he'll often do is he'll often step back, circle the ring, this ends up getting his opponent to fall asleep a little bit, which will usually make his opponents open up. Now you gotta remember, most of his opponents are a little hesitant to attack him because of his punching prowess. So what he does by moving away is that he tries to give him a little confidence while also walking them into something big. He can actually counter. He possesses a sharp jab. It's a quick jab, he doesn't telegraph it. And as any other punch from Beterbiev, it is a heavy punch. Sometimes he'll just change angles and jump with it. But really, Beterbiev's bread and butter is his brutal attack, which he combines with some of the heaviest hands in boxing. The critical aspect here is that he's very good at applying pressure, running up the ring, and maintaining range while doing so. It's actually very difficult to hit him even while he's putting on the pressure. He has this nifty little move where he'll pull back and then straighten back up within seconds back into his normal stance and then counter. This probably only frustrates his opponents even more because when he pressures them, he's in control, and then if he wants to, he can just circle around the ring, buy time, and still get the better of his opponent. And his short hooks can break through guards. He also uses them to sort of like paw at his opponents while he throws them around, essentially controlling them. And like any solid pressure fighter, he has a right to the body or right uppercut combo down to a T. He also changes angles when attacking, especially when he has his foes on the ropes, which is often. And again, it makes it hard to catch him. And as if things weren't bad enough for his opponents, Beterbiev can also launch some mean body shots. I mean, this guy's just dead set on breaking his opponents down. Now defensively, he relies on his guard to deflect shots, which he does rather easily because of his brutish strength. His opponent's shots often failed to move him. You notice that this guy, Timothy Brand, I think we described him as an iceberg.
You have to use the energy to attack this brick wall, because that's what it feels like you're hitting when you're facing Beterbiev. You're hitting a brick wall.
And it's true, he's hard to move, and he also appears impervious to body shots. This man is dangerous. However, he does something which irks me. Nobody's invincible, and he does make mistakes. One of his mistakes is that he steps straight back with his chin in the air. Again, I told you earlier he likes to lean back. Sometimes he'll lean back and walk away at the same time, crossing his feet. Now, you normally wouldn't want to teach this to a beginner. These guys are so seasoned that they can get away with it, but it's still a mistake that somebody can capitalize on. And let's factor in the fact that Beterbiev is an older guy now, and he sustained a number of injuries throughout the last couple of years. So, can he move as fast as he could before? Is he fast enough to be breaking this type of boxing rules and get away with it with a guy as fast as Bivol? Because again, notice how he's stepping straight back. Now, a guy like Gvozdyk was able to exploit this a little bit. Bivol is fresher than Gvozdyk, but Beterbiev is no longer as fresh as he was when he fought Gvozdyk. So Bivol is going to be, he might be able to throw the 1-2-1 and just catch Beterbiev on the way out. And constantly, and then maybe move away. That's going to be the key here too as well. Can Beterbiev consistently get to Bivol, who never really stops moving, either with the legs or with his hands? The other thing I don't like about Beterbiev is that he's so accustomed to winning exchanges, or at least having opponents on the defensive, that he leaves his chin on the same axis, doesn't move it. Usually, he'll move it sometimes when he punches, but for the most part, he's right there in the middle. And sometimes his hands aren't even in the proper position, as we saw against Callum Johnson and against the Serbian Cholo, Kalajdzic, I forget his name. Now, at times, Beterbiev keeps his guard open in order to draw his opponent in, but this leaves him open to jabs. Now, if he doesn't block the jab, he tries to move away from it, but if that fails, you rarely see him moving the heads, you rarely see him slipping punches, and he's eating his share of jabs in his career. And let's factor in that Bivol's bread and butter is his jab. So guys, what do you think? Do you think Beterbiev has an advantage in this fight? Do you think he takes Bivol out like he's done with every other opponent? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll be back with more Beterbiev-Bivol videos as the weeks unfold. Take it easy, folks. Thanks for watching. Whoa, gotta go.